experience that we take on for ourselves. We do it for ourselves. By the time I put the conditioner on, or by the time I'm rinsing out your relaxer and about to put your color on, you're feeling a little bit lighter. All right, all right, all right. Hey, and welcome to video one, skipping you or skipping me. Remember, do you remember the game that we used to play with our families? And we still play it, we still play with our families, but especially as a kid. And if you had the draw two, the draw four, or a skip in your hand, you couldn't wait to do a combo. And you couldn't wait to, the person that gave you all the draw fours last time, you couldn't wait to just throw that skip out and skip over them. You could not wait to do that. And I want us to get to the point where we are simply every single day, never skipping the woman in our mirror. Never skip out on you. That is exactly what we need to do. That's what we're going to do over the next 31 days. A part of that is never skipping out on you. So first things first, introductions. I am Chantel Branch, your self-love specialist. I am the founder of My Fearless Future, and you are a part of the Self-Love Parlor. You have gotten connected to me. You are ready to do the 31 days to unbreak your heart. It's time to hit the love reset button. It's time for you to hit the love reset button because you desire more, you want more in intimate relationships. You want more when it comes to loving you. You want more that whatever you're willing to give in a relationship, you want to be able to see it. You want to be able to, for it to be reciprocal. You want to be able to not only assess your heart, but the person that you're getting ready to deal with, you're getting ready to engage with, the person that you are thinking about spending the rest of your life with, you really got to do that test. You got to do that test. You got to try them out first. You got to do that trial run, the trial period. And so oftentimes we get out of one relationship and then we figure out, I'm going to cure my heart. I'm going out dating. I'm going to do this. I went and got on the app and I'm ready to just put myself back out there. But a lot of times it is like we take that as the next step. Okay, it's over. I'm scrubbing my social media. I'm scrubbing out all pictures. I'm removing text messages. I'm removing DMs. I'm just through with this person. It's over. And then a couple months go past. A couple weeks go past. A couple days go past. A couple hours go past. Whatever the case may be, and you are now tempted with an opportunity to go engage, to be in an environment with somebody else that you could potentially be interested in. And whether it's, it's been 5 months or 6 months and you're ready to now put yourself back out there. My question has always been, what did you do to fix your broken heart from the last relationship? Because here's the thing, we don't have a broken heart from somebody new that's coming into our life. Like, duh, no, that doesn't make sense. But we have a broken heart for something or from someone that we've experienced in the past. And maybe that last person did 2 really big things that you just couldn't put up when it came to your first love, when it came to the marriage that is now over and you are just starting over again and you started dating this person and they seemed like all the boxes were checked and everything was highlighted and it felt good. But did you really do the assessment to see if your heart was ready to stand up with the version of the person that they presented themselves with? Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to confuse you. I want you to simply think about the woman that just came out of a relationship, right? Her next step a lot of times is I'm going to go and put myself out there and engage in friendships or situationships. I'm going to go and entertain somebody else, some other people. And you put yourself in those situations. You make a decision. And then that person, because you didn't test their character, because you really didn't look at their heart, now they're doing some of the things that your ex was doing. And now you have an issue and an ought with them. But the true issue is like you didn't fix your broken heart from what they did. Because you ought to be able to forgive them and forgive yourself to a place that when you start putting yourself out there again, you start new friendships, that you don't easily become conflicted. You don't easily become agitated from a behavior from this new person. What am I saying? I'm saying that if this person has a behavior that your ex was doing, and your ex was doing it all the time, and you decided that, like, listen, I'm not putting up with that with him, and now I'm dealing with this new person and they're starting to exhibit some of those traits. My question is, you didn't heal your heart enough. You didn't fix yourself up enough. You didn't give yourself the tools or the boundaries or the language to say, I no longer put up with this. If I see this, then I'm going to do this. I no longer put up with someone physically hurting me in a relationship. I no longer do that. So if it sounds like you have the potential to do that, for me, it was instantly flight. I'm leaving. I'm not texting them no more. Back in the day, I would change my cell phone number like that. But it was hard too, because being a part of the beauty industry, I got to keep my number the same. But it was like, listen, I will write down all my clients' numbers, their information, make sure I have their addresses, and then I'm going to give me a new number and let them all know this is my new number. Call me up. And so the transitions, it worked. It worked most of the times. But what I'm saying is, when the way I was able to meet my husband, right? Because that appointed time is coming. That day is coming. But the version of me that showed up was not the version of me that had just walked away from a relationship that was, the financial, the mental, the emotional. It had the physical detriment to my body, my mind, my soul. It crushed me. It took the life from me, right? And so that it was too much danger for me, right? And so because it was detrimental, I just had to leave. I had to get out of there. But that version of me could have showed up the day that I was going to meet my husband. Meaning, if I had not done the work, that's our timer, right? That's our timer to keep it short and to keep it simple and to keep it sweet, because I had to set a boundary for me to make sure that I am giving you what you're supposed to get out of this video, and that is not to skip you. And so in a process, oftentimes we leave one relationship, some time passes, whatever that time is. You know your timeline. I know my timeline. My timeline, some time passed, right? Like literally time passed. And it was probably about 6 months. I'm going to say 6 months passed. And in that 6 months, I was plugged into one-on-one therapy. I was plugged into group therapy. I was plugged into, I like to dance, so I was plugged into a dance community they would host dance classes on Sundays. And so I would go after church. Not every single Sunday, but at least 2 to 3 times a month. I would go in this 6 month span, because I'm out of this relationship. I got my time back. I'm out of this relationship. I have my time back. And I can do what I need to do for me, and I needed to move my body. I needed to be well, and so those things, they made me happy, and so I did what made me happy. I chose not to get into a relationship. I chose not to be intimate with anybody. I didn't want a friendship. I didn't want an intimacy. I didn't want another. For me, I didn't want to. I surely didn't want to have another baby. It was like, oh no, 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 no. Let me get my situation together. First of all, let me just get everything that is on my plate, because I just got out of this relationship. I am trying to figure out what is blue, what is green, what is yellow, what is red, what is stop, what is go. And so when we skip all of that I just named. When you're skipping, you skip that whole process. You don't get to figure out what color is this, if this is good for you, is this person good for you. You don't get to figure out anything, because you're so worried about chasing and entertaining something or someone or some type of situationship, or some type of you may get involved in a community that is maybe not the most beneficial for you. Like, it serves you maybe 30 to 50%, and you need to be putting your time and energy in another community that's going to serve you probably 60 to 80%. Get that. The reason community is so important, because you gotta find one that is going to serve you more than you're going to serve it. You have to be into a place where I need. You're here, you're watching this video because I need to stop skipping me. That's your affirmation. I need to stop skipping me. Some of you, your affirmation is, I am no longer going to stop skipping me. So before you can get to, I'm no longer going to do it, you first have to make a declaration and say, I need to stop skipping me. I need to stop skipping me, because where I'm spending my time at is not beneficial for me today. And I want to unbreak my heart in 31 days. Then in order to do that, you got to see where you are. And so that's why it is so important that you schedule your one-on-ones with me if you have not done so already, so that we can walk. We got to get through this foundational piece, and that's literally where you are standing. I need you to see it. I need to see it, so then we can look at it together and figure out, that's blue, that's green, that's orange, that's yellow, that's red, that's priority. And guess what? You're leading it, but we're doing it together. And then I'm leading you and say, well, hey, wait a minute, because I get to poke holes at what I see. If I see gaps, if I see, wait a minute, you told me this, but then you put this. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's get in there, right? But if you do not do the work, if you do not take action, if you do not recognize, where am I skipping me? First of all, when you did not click the link and schedule your one-on-one, that's where you skipped. That's the first place you skipped you, right? Scheduling your one-on-one. If you miss group, that's another place where you skipped you, because we had group first and then we did the one-on-one. So if you missed that, go back and watch it. Get what you're supposed to get. Start the work. The 31 days kicks off when you bust a move. When you bust a move, that's when it kicks off. There is a task that goes along with this video, and it's going to help us do more identifying of where you are skipping you. We're talking about intimate relationships. We're talking about unbreaking your heart, and your 31 days start when you do. If you like, okay, like it starts when you do. It starts when you do. Let's do the work. Let's do the work.